Say it again? I'll do it.
Are there any other chain shows that jump out, like in particular, like a blast, like some adventure leading up to it?
Are you getting involved? You could have fries and shit, but I don't want that. So I took the veggie option.
Smart.
You want some?
No, I mean if you had celery.
You know what? For some reason, the Fender show.
Do you want the
that we played
ranch?
with
I'm not gonna do the
Youth
ranch.
Today, I think it was.
No ranch for me.
Yeah, 89.
No ranch.
That show, I feel like. Well, out of from back then,
Yeah.
that show stands out for me for some reason.
Yeah, go for it.
No, go for it.
Because I feel like it was like the first time we were really. By then, we were kind of like, felt like we were kind of outsiders in our own like kind of situation. Like we were like, we're not from OC, we're not from LA, we're kind of from the sticks. We're kind of like we're kind of like the outsiders in a sense, you know.
Were you guys bummed having to open that? Was there any issue with
Well,
opening?
we put on the show.
No, I'm talking about Fenders.
Fenders. Oh.
Different situation.
Yeah, Fenders.
He's asking me about a show that stood out to me. I told him.
Oh,
I'm talking
Fenders,
about
hell yeah.
Fenders. The reason why I'm saying it stood out to me is because I feel like even though the band was getting more established, we weren't getting embraced by Southern California. I'd say particularly like the other bands that were our contemporaries. I would say were kind of just feeling like maybe there was just not some like embrace. I don't feel like Chain was being embraced by, or even like kind of this the other bands.
Right.
So I feel like when we played that show, we were gonna be like, check this out.
Kind of weird though because
You know what I mean?
one that went over there.
Like,
Yeah, we came to Fenders to show everybody what's up.
you know, I mean that's just the vibe I got. Like,
Yeah.
like it's kind of like, oh,
There was a mission.
like you don't have our backs.
Yeah. How about this?
Check this out. You know what I mean? That's kind of like that's why I think that show was like
Yeah.
the first time we were gonna play like a legit big show
Yeah.
and like a in
Well,
that
that was the first big show that you're like, now I know what I'm doing.
exactly.
His first show, he's like a little overwhelmed, but the Fenders, he's like, I'm ready now. And we just laid down fucking napalm at that show. It was one of our best shows we ever played.
Was that like, could you feel that like after that set? Like, 'cause that was a
Yeah.
big show, probably like a long day. Like,
Yeah, well, no, it
fucking
just was
raw.
like I just remember from start to finish.
Good question. Okay, we played.
You know, because when you play, like
Yesteryears,
even though we were younger, and
Riverside
more
Fairmont
active
Park.
and aggressive, like, I remember that was a show where it was like
went to
I was moving
Yeah.
did maybe
constantly.
Like 4 shows on
Oh,
the
yeah.
show.
and you know, like
But then
not
the spring
chill out,
we went
but
back
like just kind of
doing more
grooving.
shows
It was
on
just,
the
I remember like all of us were
we
just
You're on the
got
ground a couple
East Coast
times.
touring
like
under our
all of
belts
us
when
are
we went
just
back
really
with
going
Fenders
for it,
that
and I
summer.
felt like that was. There was kind of because by then we noticed that our contemporaries.
We played.
I wouldn't say
before
they
we went
were
to East
like.
Coast, we played
It sounds lame to say,
exactly
oh, they were jealous of us because we were
3
getting
shows.
attention.
That's
I
me.
think you.
Wow, that's it.
So wait, I would say more like, oh, they're not really supportive.
Yesteryears.
So
Trickle Death Studios,
Okay.
the cover
stay
shop.
on it.
What about?
So, I mean, I know that sounds really stupid to say, but I think that fueled that.
Riverside Fairmont Park. Yeah.
Didn't you feel?
What was the third?
And then Riverside Fairmont Park. You know, Richie Underdog on the back of Break Down the Walls.
Outdoor show.
The outdoor show.
Wasn't that weird for you since you like
So there was
weren't you in a way
there was maybe
tied
3
in
good
with a
shows
lot of
at
here we
Fairmont
can
Park.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So the